Thank you so much. Following our discussion on non-communicable diseases last time, a number of our listeners called back and requested me to discuss on depression as one of the non-communicable disease. So today, we want to focus on depression by starting by the definition of depression. Depression is feeling overwhelmed, feeling pain in your heart, feeling that you are not worth living, you feel as if you are useless, you feel as if you have failed. There is something going in your mind which makes you believe that you have lost the direction of life, and in fact, the life you are living is not of use. You feel worthless. This kind of feeling make people cry. This kind of feeling make people feel like they want to remain alone. This kind of feeling make people want to commit suicide because their mind tells them that they are not worth living, they are useless. The things which are going around them make them feel as if actually they have lost the direction of life and there is no need of living. This is very terrible. This is very terrible. What causes depression is not one. Just as what we discussed in non-communicable diseases, depression is one of non-communicable disease, and therefore we expect it either to come from genetic, and actually for depression, genetic is playing a very big role. Over out of 10 people who are depressed, I can say that 9 of them are precipitated by genetic makeup. Your ability to control social pressure, to control psychological pressure, to control physical pressure. Life is full of challenges, and these challenges come in terms of either social pressure or physical pressure. And you find this pressure, you cannot able to contain them. So this kind of stressful situation which people predispose themselves to people make one feel as if they have failed. And this is part of reflection. You find that there are things which you might have done in life which you are told never to do or not to do, but unfortunately you went ahead and did them. And now time comes when you are paying dividend. And now you can reflect that actually I was told not to do 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is what is contributing to my failure now. And now you blame yourself. That is the unfortunate part of what depression does. That somebody who is depressed do not blame anybody. Somebody who is depressed blames self, which is a very unfortunate situation. In a normal circumstance, when somebody is cornered with what I call social pressure, they take the blame to somebody else. But a depressed person blames self for failure. So this person feels pain in the heart. This person feels useless. This person wants to commit suicide. This person wants to isolate himself, wants to be alone. This person takes time thinking that is meditating. He easily cries. At night, sleeping becomes a problem, and in fact feel general body malaise as if he's unwell. It is not being unwell, it is the pressure of your psyche which is telling you that you are useless and you feel body malaise. Why do we discuss depression? Depression to me is next to death. Depression is a sister to death because, one, nobody commits suicide without depression. It is depression which is taking you to death. Depression denies you the energy to do anything. You want to remain alone, you feel tired. So depression denies you valuable time which you would have spent fruitfully doing other things. You feel tired, you feel unwell when you are depressed, and so many things which you would have done to make yourself develop yourself or your community or your family is gone. The time goes. When you are depressed, you lack the energy, you lack the drive to do anything, even to walk. So depression is very harmful. Depression can induce what we call low libido, which is very important. The more you are depressed, the more you feel no urge to have sexual relationship with anybody. And once you take more time with depression, other complicated conditions come. You develop ulcers, you develop heart conditions, and depression suppresses your immunity. Depression suppresses hormone in you. Depression exposes you to have several diseases, both communicable and uncommunicable diseases. So depression is a very serious issue which should not be taken literally. I think each and every person, after listening to this, should take some action to at least relieve. Last time we agreed that actually an uncommunicable disease which is precipitated by genetic or is inherited may not be able to be cleared. You find that somebody who is ever depressed, chances that he has inherited this problem from parents are high. And we agreed last time that we are not going to leave you because you inherited it, but we are going to play a role in a way or another to ensure that it is controlled to some extent, that you are functional. Every one of us is having a potential to suffer depression. But the level of depression in you will be different from mine based on your genetic makeup. Some people are born genetically stronger than others, some are weak. So, why do we discuss depression again? We discuss depression because all of us have a role to play in controlling it. You as a person who may be suffering depression because of what I call socio-psychological pressure or physical pressure, the challenges you face are overwhelming and you are thinking that you cannot be able to manage them. Your mind is telling you that actually this is beyond me. There are things you are expecting in life, but you are seeing indicators that actually what you are seeing in life, you are not going to make them. They are foregone issues. In other words, your expectations are not being met. So you feel as if you are useless because your expectation is not met. So depression is not an individual's one's work. You as a person, if you have a friend, if you have a family member whom you see with indications of depression, the guy cries a lot, the guy wants to be alone, the guy talks of committing suicide, the guy talks of lack of sleep, lack of urge to eat, the guy lacks strength even to do the routine things. The guy, if he works, he keep on asking for offs because he feels unwell. This unwell, you need to diagnose and find what is actually happening. If you are keen enough, chances that you will know somebody who is depressed and somebody who is just physically unwell, you will know. So, how do we go about it? We may not say everything in depression, but depression is a contributing factor to almost 60% of non-communicable disease because it suppresses immunity. It suppresses hormone. And one of the things it precipitates, I've said here, is low libido. Once there is low libido, there is chaos in the house. Once there is chaos in the house, this is when people end up committing suicide. So it is as serious as that. So what do we do? One, we'll do what I said last time as the first precaution measures. One, every human being needs to do physical exercise 30 minutes in a day, at least for 5 days. The kind of physical exercise I said last time, anything which you do physically which make you sweat, which is viable within you. You can ride a bicycle, you can walk, you can jog, you can run, you can do press-ups, you can do anything stretching your body, so long as you sweat. 2, your diet matters. What we consume matters. A lot of vegetable. Some people don't take vegetable, but it is very important. A lot of fruits. Reduce sugar intake. Reduce salt intake. Reduce fatty food intake. Reduce drugs. Drugs can induce depression. Reduce hard drug use because it can induce depression. Brothers and sisters, depression need one to be close to others, to distract somebody who is depressed. As we say that exercise is one of the management of depression to control it. I'm telling you, somebody who is depressed feels so heavy that even walking is a problem. But try all that you can to assist this person, to walk. This person, if he can run. If he can ride a bicycle, wonderful. That is going to help this person reduce the depression. Take time to spend time with others. Don't isolate yourself. Try to tell people your problem. Explain to your friend your problem. Explain to your religious leaders your problem. Pray over it. Go to your groups. The more you talk about your problem, the more you feel relieved. So if you have a problem, don't keep it to self. If you keep it to self, chances that you will feel that you have failed in life and commit suicide are high. I'm begging you that we may not exhaustively talk about depression for a long time, but that summary is going to help you, is going to help me. We are going to discuss another issue next time, but for now, for the time purposes, allow me end there, and all those who may be having questions, you are free to call 07533 07533 5777 or 0720 847 278. May God bless you as we prepare to talk about another issue which affects the community. Asanteni sana. God bless you. Asante.